Glad to have you with us back in the great state of Arizona. This is it. The final home series, the final series, better said, of the 2011 season. The good news for the Diamondbacks is their season will roll on into postseason. They hope to be opening at home. It's Milwaukee trying to be caught by the Arizona Diamondbacks tonight as they trail it by a pair. Again, you finish tied with Milwaukee or ahead, you open at home. Who you play is an entirely different discussion. Hi, folks, and welcome back to the ballpark. You know Mark Grace. My name is Darren Sutton. Game one of the Dodgers and Diamondbacks. Now, those are two teams, but we're talking about like five total teams outside of these two teams tonight. The Diamondbacks find themselves watching the scoreboard very, very closely because if, in fact, they do end up earning a time to play at home, they will either play the Milwaukee Brewers if the Cardinals win the wild card, or the Atlanta Braves will come visit. If, in fact, they come up empty and they do not catch Milwaukee, they'll go to Philadelphia to take them on. But they've got a lot of waiting to do.
Yeah, they do. And the Diamondbacks, they play so well here at Chase Field. These games are big. They want home field advantage if they can help it. Atlanta is really struggling right now. The Brewers are playing good baseball. Right now, you just want to play at home. So these three games are huge, Darren. You've got to find a way to overtake the Brewers and get that home field advantage.
Justin Upton was in the lineup, and then he was taken out of the lineup. The official word from the Diamondbacks, it's based on precautionary reasons. Though they would not reveal, they said they are not revealing this organization the results of the baseline test for the concussion. Kirk Gibson, before the game, in our Geico quote, talks about what happened yesterday.
It's kind of lucky it hit him right on the bill of the cap. If it would have hit him straight in the head, or here, obviously, it would have been terrible. So he feels good. I think he wants to play. I've been hit in the face before, and if you look at Jay Up, he really didn't even move his head. And which, you're trained to stay in there, It's what you train yourself to do.
And you are trained to stay in there. And that was 1 inch away from probably ending that young man's career. So Justin Upton, yes, he's not in the lineup today, but I think he's very fortunate that he's not really seriously injured, because that could have been one of the most devastating beatings I've ever seen.
Two things come to mind before we go to break. Number one, Upton told me he was fine to play today. Number two, you find yourself a little bit concerned that the Diamondbacks at this point aren't revealing the results of the test. So we'll keep an eye on if, in fact, we can share those with you. When we come back, the Diamondbacks get ready to go toe-to-toe with an MVP candidate. Could there be an MVP and a triple crown in Southern California? We'll tackle that subject with Big Mark McClune right after this. at any Gila River casino, you can win $2,000 to $20,000 instantly. Jack in the Box. For a limited time, Jack's really big chicken sandwich combo, it's back. And it's only $3.99 plus tax at participating restaurants. Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com.
The roof is wide open in downtown Phoenix, just about set for the first pitch between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Los Angeles Dodgers as the D-backs, the NOS champs, look to close out the season in style against the Dodgers while the Diamondbacks turn their attention to October. The Dodgers plan for next season, but also have a chance to make a little history. At least one player on the Dodgers does, and that's center fielder Matt Kemp. He is chasing the Triple Crown. That has not been done in Major League Baseball in over 40 years, and in the National League, it has not been done in over 70. You see the average. He's trailing Jose Reyes and Ryan Braun. Kemp needs to have perhaps his best series of the season this week, but he's coming off being named National League Player of the Week, so you know he has it in him. Matt Kemp giving Dodger fans a reason to watch, but he'll have to handle Daniel Hudson tonight, number 41, going for number 17 win on the season as Hudson and the D-backs try to close out that season in style. We'll be back with the first pitch.
Hope you've got a great week ahead of you and that your weekend was a good one. It's the Dodgers, it's the Diamondbacks, and Mark and I very honored that you invited us into your home this evening. Let's take a look at Don Mattingly's starting lineup for the visiting Los Angeles Dodgers. The very exciting Dee Gordon at the top. Jerry Sands, Matt Kemp, MVP candidate, and Juan Rivera, who's fitted nicely in L.A. It's James Loney hitting more in the second half. The play anywhere on the field guy and Aaron Miles, veteran A.J. Ellis of the minor leagues. Justin Sellers, double play partner with Dee Gordon. Danny Evelyn pitches. He is on the bump for the Los Angeles Dodgers, former Diamondback. Don Mattingly has had to deal with a little bit more than I think he thought he would deal with this year, and most of it off the field, unfortunately. But his team playing better baseball over the last 6 weeks of the season. Daniel Hudson goes to work for the 33rd time this year. He's got 16 wins. He's got 11 losses. Hudson with a sparkling 3.43 ERA. And he has stood side by side with Ian Kennedy as a quality number 2 for a division-winning team. Really in at third is Roberts in case a bunt comes down. And the first pitch is a swing and a miss. And we're underway at Chase Field. Glad to have you with us tonight. His dad, Tom Gordon, Flash Gordon, one heck of a long-time Major League relief pitcher. He's not a pitcher. He's a Flash, I think, would be the appropriate word. He's a flashy middle infielder.
Yeah, he is. He flies. You have to keep him off the base paths if you're Daniel Hudson, because he's one of those guys, if he gets on base, he scores. He's just so speedy. 0-2.
Hudson gets him to slap it the other way, protecting on a fastball up and away. As that one goes into the seats. Daniel making his 44th start as an Arizona Diamondback. Came over around the trading deadline last year when this team was in a different place, no doubt about it. Came over for Edwin Jackson. Change up. He spoiled a good change. But Daniel last time out against the Pittsburgh Pirates went just 5 through a lot of pitches through 5 innings, over 100. Gave up 7 hits, 3 runs. Eventually he ended up with a loss, a 5-3 loss. Line drive, he put it on him. Parra will surround it. Gordon's going to test it. Here's the throw to second. It's off the mark.
Gordon's going to challenge anybody and everybody. He challenged Cowgill that time.
Yes.
Yeah, and he got it as the umpire loses his shoe. Rough start for Daniel Hudson. Just a really poor 0-2 pitch. A fastball right down the middle. And Gordon just rips it into left center field. Cowgill came up, and a good throw is going to have D. Gordon. But that's what speed does to you. It forces you into mistakes. And you can see that ball was a good 20 feet up the line.
A bit of a flat tire for Bill Miller, second base umpire. He was on it, ready to make the call. Just lost a shoe there along the way. Here is Jerry Sands, and the fastball is blown right by Sands. 0-1 the count.
Love to see Daniel get a 0 in the first inning. Kind of been a bugaboo of his all year long, hasn't it?
It has, and you know what else has been? It's been 2 strike hits. I mean, that's been something where he will tell you, when I do struggle on occasion, I don't put some hitters away. I mean, literally, you have a pitcher like Hudson. On an 0-2 count, when a hitter engages and puts it in play on 0-2, 271 batting average on 0-2.
That's way too high on 0-2.
And that obviously would include strikeouts. You know, that's an out if you get a swing and a miss at strike 3. But on 0-2, 271. Sinking fastball, 1-1 the count. And I'll take it a step further. After no balls and 2 strikes, that means the rest of the at bat, no matter what happens, still 250. So you have them in a whole 0-2 and they still hit 250 against you. 1-1 the count.
And he'll admit he needs to improve on that. Good changeup. Boy, didn't get the call. It's a couple of pitches right there. Phil Cuzzy, the home plate umpire, didn't give him. Looked pretty good.
I thought pitch number 2 was in. That one looked like a strike, though. If one's not a strike, the other one needs to be. That's what catchers will tell you.
And you can see the delay in Miguel Montero throwing it back like, why didn't you call that a strike?
There's a strike. 2-2 the count.
Just poured that over the outside corner at the knees. Good pitch.
Starters row, that includes Jared Parker there. Had a chance to have a nice conversation with Jared before the game today. Jared has really leaned on his 2-seam fastball. We'll share bits and pieces of it tomorrow. He showed all of his grips and how he goes about his business. As the first round pick several years back, will make his major league debut tomorrow. Hudson with the 2-2. Buried that fastball in. Look, last time he faced the Dodgers, they picked on him early. They wanted to make sure that he got in the hole a little bit, and they came after him. And it was Gwynn dropping down a beautiful punt. It was Kemp with a shot in the left field. And then Sand followed up with a key hit as well. Close play at the plate and a great slide by Gwynn. And so a couple of runs, that turned out to be the difference in the ball game, because if you remember the Diamondbacks that weren't hitting, that was the Diamondbacks that weren't hitting at all.
Nice play by Montero to save a wild pitch.
Daniel didn't give up really anything after that first inning.
He locked in.
Yeah, the numbers pretty incredible. First time, second time, third time through the lineup. This is certainly a pitcher that gets better later in games. Fastball inside, ball 4. Sands is on after Gordon slapped the ball for a base hit into left field.
And this is really not what you drew up in your game plan before the ball game. That is, get a couple of guys on and face Matt Kemp.
Golly. Now you see the difference. I mean, here's a guy that kind of pieces things together. And now the third time through, it's not as if there's a lot lesser with regard to the at-bats. 242 at-bats third time through. Only 20 more overall at-bats the first time through. So he pitches deep into games. Here's Matt Kemp. Inside, jackknifes him out of there with a fastball in. 1-0 the count on Matt. He's handled the Diamondbacks, but then again, he's handled just about everybody. He's in the middle of a 9-game hitting streak. 474 is his average in his last 9 games. Chases that pitch in. That was a changeup.
A good changeup. That's what you try to do. These big guys, these long, wiry guys, you try to pitch them in, try to keep them from getting those big arms extended. That's when Matt Kemp can kill you. He's got as much power to center and the opposite way as anybody I've seen in a long time, Darren. Right back in they go. Strike 2. What?
Miguel Montero,
Did he not
Hudson
call it?
Curious. No, he called it a strike.
No, he didn't.
Well, he certainly did. He called it a strike.
I don't think so. I think he did everything. Watch the right arm. He stands up, but watch the right arm. Nothing. I think it's 2-1.
Wow, that was stunning. Montero thought he lost the ball, too. Montero thought he dropped the ball. So it is 2-1. Miguel Montero thought he had dropped the baseball. Just a lot going on there.
Right now, it's a very small strike zone from Phil Cuzzy. I think he went to call it a strike and then changed his mind. You're allowed to change your mind.
Three and 1 the count.
Three and 2 the count.
That was a
changeup.
A harder changeup. It stayed up and in. It's not 2,600 consecutive games as Ripken played in, but Kemp has played in nearly 400 games in a row.
Which is awesome.
High fly ball, well struck into left center field. Young goes back. That ball is gone. Matt Kemp continues his statement that he should be, no matter his team's record, the most valuable player in the National League. 3 more RBIs. He has 123. Another run scored. He has 113. And his 38th homer of the year.
You just said, I've seen he's got as much power to center field. That's a changeup, and it can't split the plate anymore. Look out up there in the walkway. Bang. A lot of people don't expect baseballs to come out there. But a lot of people haven't seen Matt Kemp hit. 3-0 Dodgers. So once again, that first inning bugaboo for Daniel Hudson. He's got to find a way to get over that. Probably a mental hurdle now. But an 0-2 pitch for a double, then a walk, and then just a, hanging changeup right there for Kemp to destroy.
Well, the one before, even though he earned a strike on that pitch, the one before was up as well and was also hanging. He just got away with that one. Hot shot. Roberts sees it into his glove on a cross. Goldschmidt there to bail him out, so Hudson gets a nice play behind him. Ball well hit by Juan Rivera, but Roberts was there.
Nice play there by Roberts, and then a really good pickup on the other end of it by Goldschmidt.
Pick it up. That was great. As soon as he threw it, pick it up.
Pick it up. And he did. That's taking care of your infielders there, Paul Goldschmidt.
Well, there he is, the Dodgers offense. Swing and a miss to the changeup. In his last 5 starts, the first inning has been a bugaboo. I mean, the rest of the ball game, he's given up 4 runs in 24 innings, but 7 runs in his last 5 first innings. Inside, 1-1 the count. Hudson over 200 innings on the season. Matter of fact, he and Kennedy and Saunders all over 200 as Loney leans on one. Chris Young goes back, fortunately, to the deepest part of the ballpark.
Well, once again, a pitch right in the middle of the plate. That was another changeup right in the middle of the plate. This time, Chris Young was able to run it down.
Defensively, Arizona looks like this. Calgill, Young, Upton out. We'll keep an eye on any word we can give you. Roberts, McDonald, Hill, and Goldschmidt. Miguel Montero, Daniel Hudson. Miles takes a fastball for a strike. Calgill basically takes Upton's spot because Parra would be in left field. Instead, he is in right field. A little chopper. Quick flip. Fancy glove work out there by John McDonald. But McDonald nor anybody else could catch the ball that Matt Kemp hit. So it's 3-0. With what has gone on, the starting lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com/Yahtzee, and it's your chance to win Rapid Rewards points. Roberts, Hill, Young, Montero, Paul Goldschmidt, along with Colin Calgill, Gerardo Parra, John McDonald. Smooth shortstop. He bats 8th. Daniel Hudson can hit, and he bats 9th. Dana Evelyn, the left-hander, grew up in Southern California, was born actually in Washington, grew up in Palmdale, California. Was a Diamondback for a brief time back in 2007. And this journey back to the major leagues has found him with some success. This is his 5th start back in the big leagues this year. The left-hander, now 27 years old, and there's strike 1 to Ryan Roberts. Was originally a Brewer, was drafted back in 2002. And came over in an interesting collection of players in a deal. That one is a shot down the line. You folks might remember some of these names. It was the wintertime into the 07 season. And Dana Evelyn came over with David Krenzel and Doug Davis. And it was going back the other way. Johnny Estrada, Claudio Vargas, and Mr. Aquino. That was the trade between the Brewers and the Diamondbacks. Of course, probably the bigger two names, Doug Davis and Johnny Estrada. And Johnny Estrada managed to, at some point, unfortunately for Johnny, play his way right out of yet another team in Milwaukee. 0-2 the count.
My old broadcast partner, Tom Brenneman. Oh, he big Johnny Estrada fan.
Well, that really?
Yeah.
So he'd be the only one.
Players.
They were wondering where he was. That's him. The 0-2. That pitch is high. 1-2 the count.
Saying there weren't many, where are you?
You told me there was one. It's the only one I've ever heard of. 1-2 the count. But good for Tommy.
Love Johnny Estrada.
He will journey down the road less traveled at times. Breaking ball is low, and he's loyal to those he cares about. 2-2 the count. Roberts 3 of 9 in the Giants series. He walked, he drove in 3. Fastball, bouncing ball. Aaron Miles plays it on a few hops. And Ryan Roberts is erased on a ground ball out. Let's take a look defensively. And it's brought to you by Lexus. Juan Rivera, Matt Kemp, Jerry Sands. Gordon, fun to watch him play shortstop. It's fluid, it's effortless, it's athletic. A.J. Ellis behind the play. You'll enjoy it tonight. I'm sure you watched a bit on television from Los Angeles. There's not a lot to him right now. He is a thin and frail young man to be playing Major League sports at its highest level. But the fact that he can handle himself, that he can handle the bat and play the position, and he'll get bigger and stronger, already tells you a lot about him. Aaron Hill, bouncing ball, high chop this time. Miles makes the play, and in time for the out.
But also, when you're talking about D. Gordon out there, you have to. Do you really want him to get bigger and stronger?
Not much.
I was going to say, because then all of a sudden you're going to lose that great speed if you add 25 pounds.
Well, I think the way I say it, Gracie, just by a natural progression of just getting a few years older. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, no. Not spending weeks and hours in the weight room and bulking it up, and you've got to do it naturally now and eating all sorts of extra food. No. I mean, he has played very, very well at every level. Nobody's done this kid a favor.
No.
He's earned the right to be here.
Leave the eating the extra food up to us.
We'll take care of that. That's what broadcasters are for. We have no problem putting on weight.
I can't look at a cheeseburger anymore and not gain 5 pounds.
Pitch is low to Chris Young. 1-1 the count. You can even use Young as an example. You can remember a couple of years back when he first journeyed to the big leagues. He was thin and, same type of build. Not much different than Gordon. And it's not as if he's gotten bulkier and thicker and tied up. Just as you say, maturing, getting a little bit stronger. 1-2 the count. Young batting third today. Was 1 of 6 in that Giants series. Swing and a miss. Down he goes, and Dana Evelyn sets his old mates down. 1-2-3. Fries. You can enroll now for the Fries Diamondbacks Rewards program and earn points by buying participating items at Fries. Kia Motors. Learn more and visit phxkia.com. Dodgers lead it 3-0. We move on into the top half of inning number 2 with Daniel Hudson. Touched up again early in the ballgame. If you missed it, Matt Kemp, I should say, with a 3-run home run. And there's a strike over the inside. 0-1 the count.
And this is where usually Daniel Hudson, either maybe out of anger or just, this is where he usually settles in and usually starts to cruise.
You can never cruise with that man.
No. After a lost season last year, if you will, for Matt Kemp, boy. Took his off-season program much more serious. Took his career much more serious. It's easy to do, folks, when you play in Los Angeles. You can get caught up in movie stars and performers and rock stars and parties.
McDonald. Hey, Paul Goldschmidt with a fine dig there.
He's doing it over there today, isn't he? Look at Goldschmidt picking all kinds of things out of the dirt this time. Taking care of Johnny McDonald at shortstop. Ball in the dirt. That is a really nice pickup there by Goldschmidt. Nicely done. That is a very difficult one. He made it look pretty easy.
Paul can handle first base just fine. You would not call him an elite first baseman, but you would also say that he is a guy that will not hurt you over there.
No, and there's still some things he's going to have to learn. We saw him make a mistake in last night's ball game. It won't go as an error, but there was a bunt to him that he should have just taken it himself. Instead, he tried to feed the pitcher cover, and it ended up being the wrong decision. That's just living and learning. Strike 2.
But most every opportunity he has had to clean things up for an infielder, he's done so. There's a ground ball. McDonald getting tested. Early workout today for Sean McDonald.
Paul Goldschmidt very, very happy to get hit in the chest for the first time tonight with a throw.
Love the folks with Nissan. They bring us the key to the game tonight. Just a stone's throw away.
What's that like? America West Arena?
It's just a stone's throw away. It certainly is.
Ah, that's a good key to the game.
Like Pizzeria Bianco, just a stone's throw away.
Right nearby, you're right.
Oh, it's fabulous. But what it ties into is Saturday, your foe and your city, it's almost here. Just a stone's throw away.
That must have been yours, Darren.
No, it actually wasn't. Tied into
because it's not very big like.
Well, the guys in the truck. Just a stone's throw away, certainly. And you can throw the stone yourself if you win out. You can make sure that you put the pressure on the Brewers. You can do some things about it.
Brewers are losing as we speak. 7-3. That's always good news.
But you don't want to pass the stone. You want to go ahead and throw it yourself.
No, you don't want to pass a kidney stone. No, that's painful.
Oh, that's not what I meant. I mean, by the way, to our producer, Jason Lewis, who is under the weather, we want to wish him a quick get well.
Pal.
He'll be back. Just a stone's throw away. Back at the ball yard, Matt Kemp again continues his assault on National League and probably an Interleague, American League pitching as well. Our Kia text poll, by the way, by texting to vote, you consent to receive a message from Kia Motors America. Should the team's record factor in MVP voting? Should a team's record factor in MVP voting? A yes, B no, 36929.
What do you think?
Yes. I think you are graded much tougher if you're Matt Kemp. I think you have higher standards to live up to stay in the club, and he is blown by those standards.
I agree. I think there should be an MVP award and a Player of the Year award, because a lot of times you get punished because your teammates played poorly. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not Matt Kemp's fault. They sit in third place.
Montero takes a strike.
Just like it wasn't Andre Dawson's fault that the Cubs came in last place the year he won the MVP.
Pitch is inside. We remember Alex Rodriguez in 1998 with Seattle. A 40-40 year. Kemp's almost to a 40-40 year. Soriano the last to get there. Alex Rodriguez, Barry Bonds, Jose Canseco, all 40-40 guys. Kemp's almost there. That pitch is inside to Miguel Montero. 2-1 the count, Miguel. Couple of hits yesterday, 2 for 8 on the series for Montero. Hitting .333 in his last 11 games. Breaking ball.
Curveball. 2-1. That'll even it up. Beauty.
Ellis says I need it down in the zone. He left it up. It's on the ground. Long run. Nice play. Sellers on a backhand. So the candidates are certainly Matt Kemp. He is a candidate, frontline candidate, but so are these players. These two Brewers, and so is that St. Louis Cardinal, especially with the Cardinals one game back in the wild card race now. Braun with some heroics on the clinch night.
Yeah. Prince Fielder been doing it all year long. Matt Kemp leading the league in RBIs and home runs, and very close in the batting average. Ryan Braun, Jose Reyes both at about 333, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Braun not in the lineup, I guess, tonight, from what I've been told.
Breaking ball is high.
By the way, the Atlanta Braves have lost tonight to the Philadelphia Phillies 4-2.
So that means if St. Louis can rally, they trail 4-2 against Houston. If they can rally, they will be tied with the Braves for the wild card. But they're down 4-2.
The Braves are trying to pull off one of the best gag jobs I have ever seen in my 47 years on this earth.
The 2-1 pitch. Tried to pull a pitch up and away from him. Couldn't do it, and he is erased. The third time that man, Mr. Miles, has made an out. The Ryan Braun not in the lineup, hitting .333. Reyes 2 for 3 now, hitting .333 as Cincinnati and the Mets are playing. And Kemp right now at .325.
And now let's go to the American League side of things. The Boston Red Sox are losing 6-2 in the 8th inning to the Orioles. Tampa Bay is about to win against the New York Yankees, and the Boston Red Sox are trying to gag it away like maybe I've never seen before.
1-0 the count to Colin Cowgill. Good shot, by the way, of Matt Kemp there, signing autographs before the game, and the folks with their banners for team MVP. That's what you're talking about. That is a breaking ball. That one is in there. So that could be tied at the end of the night. They both could be tied. unfortunately for the Angels, I still think they're mathematically in it, but just too late. There could be a three-way tie, though, at the end of the week.
Good stuff. There could easily be a one-game playoff somewhere in both leagues.
Red Sox fans are a bit anxious, I should say, or antsy, either one.
How about scared?
They get scared there?
When it comes to the Red Sox, oh, yeah.
Chase Evelyn looks really sharp so far tonight, the breaking ball.
When did the Dodgers get Steve Carlton?
Time of year. D. Gordon to lead it off. Daniel Hudson is on the bump. Way in at third is Ryan Roberts, and that's why. And it's bunted foul. Gordon earned his right to be here with some pretty big stuff with regard to in the minor leagues. And they got to the point where they just couldn't keep him down anymore. The 0-1. Popped that one up. Long run. Heading over is Calgill. Still going. Cullen is there. And a nice play by the man out of the University of Kentucky.
Right fielder, Jerry Sands.
Don't forget, Wednesday, Fox Sports Arizona brings you an encore airing of the Diamondbacks' division-clinching win over the Rockies in 07. Don't miss this Diamondbacks Classic. It's Wednesday at 2. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. Wednesday at 2.
That was your first year in this booth, Darren Sutton.
That was. The 0-1. 0-2 the count. We had a lot of fun. There was no reason that club should have done what they did. That club was even, dare I say, a little bit lucky. As Jerry Sands goes down on strikes. They also had Jose Valverde.
He was later traded for Chad Qualls.
Matt Kemp coming up, and it was Matt Kemp who crushed this ball back in the first. One 1-0 the count.
And Daniel Hudson, after that first inning mishap, the 3-run homer, well, he's retired 9 in a row.
Daniel fires a fastball at 93 miles an hour.
Another fastball,
1-2.
another strike.
Reyes and Braun lead in batting average. Kemp leads in home runs. He leads in RBIs. He comfortably leads in RBIs. He will lead the league in RBIs unless something dramatic occurs. Swing and a miss. Down goes Kemp. Well, the roll continues, as you mentioned. 9 in a row sat down by Daniel Hudson, but he trails it.
Ball in downtown Phoenix, LA Dodgers lead the Arizona Diamondbacks 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. And, you know, the town is alive in Phoenix as all the stars have come out. Buzz for the Arizona Diamondbacks. We're here with the man at the initial introduction, the coach, Dick Vitale. What do you got to say?
Tell Gracie and tell Sutton, look at that scoreboard. The Rays, baby, beat the Yankees tonight, and the Orioles are right now in the ninth, up on the Red Sox. Let's go, Rays.
He is one of the bigger Ray fans you'll ever find down there, Mark.
Oh, absolutely. Coach, Mark Grace talking about how big of a Rays fan you are. I just ran into the Upton family downstairs watching the game. What would it mean if the Rays are able to pull this off and go to the postseason?
Well, you know, I think Joe Maddon's the best manager in baseball in the American League, and obviously Kurt Gibson. You win 66 last year, 93 this year. Amazing. And I look at the lineups of both clubs, shows you how important pitching is, because they don't have too many Mark Graces, man, who can hit those line drives and are going to put the ball in the gap.
Are they diaper dandies or more PT peers?
I think they're mostly PT peers, especially the pitchers. You win with great pitching. The pitching staff for the Rays is as good as anybody in baseball. When you talk about Price and Shields, Hellickson, Neiman, Davison, they got a young phenom now. I'm going to tell you, you tell Mr. Sutton, his daddy was a Hall of Famer. He would love Matt Moore. Matt Moore, about 97 miles an hour, ball moves. He had a 1.5 earned run average, AAA. Remember the name, Matt Moore.
We got to get you in a baseball booth, and of course, Midnight Madness just a couple weeks away. What do you think of U of A's and ASU's chances this year?
Well, I think Arizona, when you look certainly with Sean Miller, they'll have the greatest recruiting class maybe in the country next year in 2012. This year with the kid coming back, Fogg is back, they got Hill back. They lose Derek Williams, but they're still going to be right up there in the upper echelon of the Pac-10. This is a big year for Herb Sendick. He's got a couple of good kids coming back. I believe Triplett's back. I love Herb Herb as a coach. They had a little tough time last year. But I think Arizona, for example, is back to the Lute Olson days. I really do. I think Sean Miller is just an absolute star in coaching.
Well, we look forward to seeing you on a basketball broadcast near you soon, and maybe get you on a baseball broadcast again. Thanks for your time.
Thanks a lot for being on with you guys. Tomorrow I got a tough deal. I'm doing a deal with Mountain Dew and Sofia Vergara. Eat your heart out, Gracie.
You know what? I'm jealous, Dick.
That's great stuff. Passionately loves baseball. That's a baseball fan.
He knows his stuff, doesn't he, as far as baseball is concerned? Yeah, I absolutely love that man. He is so good for college basketball. And some people disagree with me, but I can't get enough of him.
Season ticket holder with the Rays since 1998. I think it's he and like 6 other people that are season ticket holders.
And Nasty Knobs. Kenny Knobs. Former professional wrestler. Oh, you'd have loved him, Darren.
What's going on here?
I think Dick actually asked Mark, will you take a picture with me?
No, that's not at all what happened. 2-0 the count. Yep.
Vital, I love it.
I want to go down and get his credential from him. 2-1, that's $100 from McClune.
Oh, you're fine.
$100. Can't be having a legendary coach sitting on the dugout where a foul ball might knock him down. Not even paying attention to the game. The 2-1. Hudson breaks his bat. A little too fancy there by Mr. Gordon, but there to make the play. Mr. Vital. What an honor to have such a, you're right, a great baseball fan. Maybe he can pay McClune's $100 fine. Terrible.
Dewey.
Our AT&T trivia question. Name the 4 Los Angeles Dodgers to win Most Valuable Player awards. The 4 Los Angeles Dodgers to win MVP awards. Now, does that include Kirk Gibson in 98 or 88? Or okay, so including Kirk Gibson. And Gibson, when you think about his MVP in 88, is somewhat of the antithesis of what you were talking about with Matt Kemp. I mean, Kemp dominating, that's a perfect word there, dominating offensive numbers. Gibson, the epitome of a team season.
That's exactly right. He was the best player on the best team. He drove in 82 runs that year and was MVP.
Hudson goes back to work. 3-0, the Dodgers on top. Infield, outfield, straight up for Rivera. And he cheats a bit, pulls a pitch away, drives it pretty good. Calgill runs it down. His fanny went one way, his hands went the other.
He got extended.
He was really cheating trying to pull that ball and still hit it to the track.
That's what happens when you get extension. Full extension. He just got it off the end of the bat enough for Cowgill to run it down in left field.
Here is James Loney now. Since late August, it has been Loney's world, and he's been enjoying it. He has 48 hits in his last 32 games. That's a lot more of what they were looking for. That's a 397 clip in his last month. As that changeup misses away. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Talking with Don Mattingly earlier this year, he was simply saying James is not looking to drive the baseball anymore. He's just looking to flip it out there. Kind of a swing that was not led by a firm attack. Mattingly hoping to see a little bit. I mean, Mattingly wasn't a guy that was known for hitting 30 home runs a year, every single year. I mean, he set some records with regard to home runs in consecutive ball games.
But he hit over 300 a lot. Well, MLB.com's at Bat 11 for your iPhone, iPad, BlackBerry, and Android phone puts live baseball at your fingertips. Follow D-backs through the postseason with play-by-play. Plus, get real-time box scores and video highlights. At Bat includes audio so you can listen and watch every postseason game. Talk to me, Garrett. Boy, Colin Cowgill. I'm not done yet, though, folks. Listen back up. Visit dbacks.com today for more details about MLB at Bat. That was a really long read. Timing is everything, Darren Sutton. Looking for another foul ball.
Here's Aaron Miles. A line out there by Loney.
God awful or what?
Hey, that one is a changeup that's outside. The thing that Kirk Gibson says to his hitters, I will say to you, is do not let this first at bat have you struggling. You may win a ball game for us later tonight. So just put this one behind you. Out front, popped up. That was a changeup that was in. The art of the foul ball read is one that few have mastered.
Well, especially like when it's a novel.
Mm-hmm.
Nice play down there, guys.
You get that on the fly?
Well, speaking of legends, we got Dick Vitale and Vince Scully next to us.
Rolled out to McDonald, who has been fun to watch tonight playing short. Slick glove work. Koufax and Maury Wills also winning the award. Kirk Gibson in 1988. Kirk Gibson's talking to Dick Vitale right now.
A couple of Michigan guys.
Yeah, he is.
Dick Vitale and Kirk Gibson.
Vitale was at what they then called Detroit Mercy.
Detroit Mercy. He was also the head coach of the Detroit Pistons for a little while.
Detroit Mercy down there at about off 6 Mile Road. 1-0 the count to Ryan Roberts. All right, time to get things going against Dana Evelyn. And I'm guessing you folks are in on this. Lifted to left field, got it off the end of the stick. And so that one is an easy chance for Juan Rivera. Hey, a quick reminder that every time a Diamondback knocks one out of here, it's really good news because Fulton Homes donates $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. A little bit of a country beat walks Aaron Hill into the batter's box.
He's from Visalia, California. They love country music there.
Yes, they do. And I'm glad you mentioned that fine city. Always a great spot to visit. Was on his way to Fresno State out of Visalia. Opted at the very last moment instead to make a different kind of journey to LSU. And you and I talked about this earlier and talked with him about it. He was able to play for Skip Bertman, the legendary baseball coach, in Skip's final season. 1-1 the count. That one is run in.
And meanwhile, Dana Evelyn perfect through 3 1/3.
Hill having a great homestand. He's 8 of 20 on this homestand. He's got 4 walks. He's been hit twice. So think about that. I mean, on this homestand, he's been on base 14 times already. That one is fouled off. 14 times in the first 6 games he has reached. Breaking ball just off the plate. The 27-year-old didn't get the call there. Evelyn split last year between Toronto and Pittsburgh. And after Pittsburgh cut him loose, just signed with the Dodgers this winter. I mean, he pitched a lot in the minor leagues to earn him his way back. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball, strike 3. That looked like the slider, about 83 miles an hour.
It was a beautiful breaking ball. And way out in front and over the top of it was Visalia's own Aaron Hill. You can see it. Just right on the button. Beautiful pitch.
Here is Chris Young. Just got a piece of it, fouled it off. We're doing our best throughout these 3 ball games to keep an eye on the different games that directly affect the Diamondbacks. And there are going to be 3 games per night outside of this game that the Diamondbacks will be directly affected by. And that's a shot. There's the first Diamondbacks hit of the ball game. Made the right decision there. When you finally reach, you don't want to get thrown out. Young drawing the throw. First hit of the ball game.
Well, nobody no-hits the Diamondbacks. Right off the end of the bat it goes, and right over the top of Aaron Miles. Not the tallest third baseman in the league. And Chris Young takes full advantage, and that's the first base hit of the ball game.
Well, it's happened a couple times, but I mean, outside of nobody, maybe twice. Here's Miguel Montero.
Jose Jimenez. And also Hannibal Sanchez of the Florida Marlins.
That pitch is low.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
And it's called a strike.
You're right, it was, but not according to Phil Cuzzy.
Here's what's going on. The Pirates lead the Brewers, top of the 6th inning. Arizona's got to take advantage. They can tie Milwaukee with the win tonight. Philadelphia has beaten the Braves. They're done. And now the Cardinals have tied the Astros up. The Cardinals have a chance to be tied in that wild card race.
Unbelievable.
If Arizona finishes with an identical record than the Brewers, or one game better, if in fact that happens, then in fact Arizona will host a first-round game. It depends upon who they will host based upon the wild card. The 0-1 outside.
And over in the American League, Tampa Bay has defeated the New York Yankees, and the Baltimore Orioles have defeated the Boston Red Sox. It is now dead even in the wild card race in the American League.
2-0 the count. Dick Vitale's checking his phone. He knows the score. Confident season ticket holder. Bouncing ball there to snag it is Loney. To the bag he goes. We'll continue to explain who the Diamondbacks may be playing throughout the next couple of innings.
In love. Saturday, it's a full day of college football on both channels with coverage of U of A at USC and Oregon State at ASU right here on Fox Sports Arizona. Check out foxsportsarizona.com for the entire schedule and channel listings for Fox Sports Arizona Plus.
A.J. Ellis, first pitch swinging, hits a high fly ball into right center field. Gerardo Parra in there for Justin Upton. And by the way, since coming on the air, we have not heard any more of the status of Justin Upton. He was a precautionary scratch from the lineup. Upton initially in the starting lineup.
They're not talking, huh?
Well, the baseline testing that went on, the results are not being revealed by the Diamondbacks. They have chosen not to reveal those results. He was a late scratch from the starting lineup. The encouraging news is in a face-to-face conversation. He said, I'm ready to go. I'll be just fine.
I'm ready.
See the training staff for the Diamondbacks. But hopefully at some point a little bit more will be known about Justin Upton. That one is bunted back behind the plate. And if you missed it yesterday, very early in the ball game, Tim Lincecum.
frightening.
The 0-2. Didn't mean to. Tried to hold up. Checked a slider away. And Upton earlier today, I mean, before all of the testing, the regulations, rules, and he's explaining where it got him, but he got worked into a full lather, ran the bases, made some defensive plays. Then you go in. Once you get the heart beating and pounding, you throw some, you run the bases, you play a little bit of outfield. Then once your heart gets beating, then you go. You find yourself tested. He is back in the dugout now.
We never had that. He's got your bell rung. With this day and age, and rightfully so. They really keep a close look on you when you take a shot to the noggin like Justin did last night.
1-2 the count. That one is away. 2-2 the count to Justin Sellers. That changeup ran in just a bit, so Sellers will go toe-to-toe with Hudson one more time.
Who's going to make that play?
That's Mark Haley, manager down in South Bend. And the opportunity to be with the coaches. Broke his bat. It's popped up. John McDonald behind the bag. Well, we got some good news about Kachinko.
Really?
It continues on throughout the rest of the year. Gila River Casinos. You can play now. Section 111 here at Chase Field. It's an interactive kiosk. There is always a winner.
It's a lot of
Gila
fun.
River Casinos. Like one of our folks on our crew, one of our research statisticians and graphics coordinators, looked like Josh Weingrad was playing there, so good luck to him. 0-1 the count.
He loves Kachinko.
Well, who doesn't? As that one is away. 0-2 the count. You getting ready for your next read here in a little bit? You getting warmed up?
Man, I'm nervous.
Fastball just off the plate. I'll tell you, you rocked that college football read.
I'm improving. Spring training for a lot of us.
It is for all of us. It still is. 1-2 the count. Hudson wheels and deals. That's a slider. Interesting pitch selection there. A 1-2 slider to a left-handed hitting pitcher. Rare is it when you see him throw a slider to a left-handed hitter at all. So Daniel goes back to work. Inside, 3-2 the count. Father and son having a secret conversation out there. They don't want anybody to know what they're talking about. 3-2. Evelyn took that one literally right out of the catcher's mitt, right over Dick Vitale over there.
Fortunately, he wasn't.
Yep, he's waving the white hanky.
Yeah. Fortunately, he wasn't posing for a photograph, or that with Mark McClune, or it would have got him.
That's what I was saying before.
The $100 poor Mark McClune.
You don't pose on the dugout. Thank you, Gracie, for reminding everyone there. What is it you tell folks when they sit in these seats down below? They sit in these good seats.
Oh, well, just pay attention. Pay attention. We want you to enjoy your game, and if you're going to use your cell phone, use it between innings. If you're going to text between innings.
Like that.
Hey, yeah, there. You pay attention. There you go.
I mean, you could have a foul ball coming right at you.
Exactly.
The 3-2 pitch. Outside, strike three. down. This roof is open.
Nights are awfully pleasant now, aren't they, Darren?
Nights, mornings are wonderful. Should the team's record factor in the MVP voting?
Split right down the middle, huh?
Right on the fence. I guess we'll just have to wait to determine what you folks think a little bit later on in the evening. Our Kia text poll.
Who's your MVP this year in the National League, Darren?
Matt Kemp.
I agree with you.
Because he exceeded the expectations. You have to be crystal clear when you're looking at the award.
No wonder he's doing so well. He's really well.
That Visine out there.
X-ray vision.
Yeah, you never know.
See every stitch on the baseball.
Now don't forget the other part of the story is that Clayton Kershaw is leading in the pitching triple crown with wins, ERA, and strikeouts.
It's his.
So if you're the Dodgers and you've had a disappointing year and you've had far, far too many off-the-field problems to even worthy a lengthy discussion, because that's all he's had to talk about outside of baseball. Do you have optimism with an MVP and a Cy Young Award winner heading into next year?
Well, of course you do. You don't really know what ownership's going to do, though. You know, are they going to be able to afford those guys? Are they going to trade them? You just don't know. There's so many questions as far as the Dodgers ownership issues.
Well, Major League Baseball has started to come out very firm now. Major League Baseball basically saying, well, we'll throw some chains on the gates and just shut the team down if we're not able to move the team. Baseball being stern over the last week with the current ownership group and the McCourt group. That one swung on and missed. That's strike 3. So it will be interesting if the game is able to support what it says it's going to do.
Oh, what a breaking ball from Evelyn. Well, he's been impressive tonight, Danny Evelyn.
Well, last time out, he pitched against San Francisco. They knocked him about. He pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs. It was an 8-5 loss. The Pirates knocked him around 2 starts ago. Before that, though, great at San Francisco and very good against Pittsburgh to come back up to the big leagues. He shut out the Pirates, 7 shutout innings. I mean, you can thank, if you're a Diamondbacks fan, thank in part Danny Evelyn for helping Arizona clinch. Big swing at a high changeup.
Well, sweeping the Giants didn't hurt, did it?
Nope. But when the Giants are scratching and clawing, looking to get their head back above water, Evelyn just shoved them right down underwater.
Dunked them.
He dunked them good. Swing and a miss at a changeup. Out front of that one. It's basically fastball slider. And then the cutter, curveball, changeup are added in at a much smaller degree from Evelyn. Chopper, this will be tough. Watch Gordon work. Off balance throw. Got him.
Nice play by Gordon. Cowgill busting it down the line. An awkward reception of the ball, I guess you could say, from Loney. It's up the line, but he kept that foot on the bag. Good call over there by James Hoy, the first base umpire. He's out.
Something about you smooth first basemen, and you were about as smooth as it came watching you play around the bag. Even awkwardly, you guys look smooth. I mean, he didn't look like he was about to stumble all over himself.
Well, Loney's a good one over there.
That's why I said that. Pushes it. Great idea, great execution.
And then Gerardo Parra with 2 outs gets a bunt base hit to set up John McDonald. I would imagine Don Baylor and Kurt Gibson very pleased that he got that bunt base hit, but with 2 outs, unless he steals second here, I'm sure those guys like to see him maybe drive it in the gap, get in scoring position. John McDonald really not a power hitter.
No, sir, he is not. He flied to center field back in the third inning. And in his career, 30 stolen bases against him and 12 thrown out, so a success rate of 29%. Just a little bit better than league average for Dana Evelyn when he has been on the mound. Let's see if Parr takes off here. A little number right back to the mound. And that'll do it for the Diamondbacks. His bugaboo, his kryptonite, if you will. 3-run home run off the bat of Matt Kemp on a changeup that was up. Then just settled down. I mean, he has started to mow, and mow he has done. Clean things up in the first, a clean second, a clean third, a clean fourth, and the same in the fifth. The minimum since the Kemp home run. Stunning. I mean, stunning to talk about what he has done. And that's literally, it was a double for Gordon, a walk to Sands, and a 3-run homer, and otherwise he's been perfect. The guys like Matt Kemp and things like 3-run homers, very painful, especially as we see our Diamondback fans settling back in. Especially when Dana Evelyn's picked an interesting night to throw one of the better starts he's thrown in the big leagues. So far.
Daniel Hudson, nothing since that 3-run homer. Nothing.
Here is the big warning for Evelyn and the Dodgers, and we say this not as much as fans, but just as reporters of facts, because it's a fact that the third time through the order is about to come and face Dana Evelyn. And that has been fantastic for the Diamondbacks offensively. That's why Hudson needs to keep being as good as he has been. Line drive, thing of beauty. Boy. Base hit for Gordon, his second hit of the ball game. That spoils that streak.
Fastball middle of the plate on 1 and 2, and that's pretty much the same story. Just a bullet to left field. Pretty hitting right there.
Sands to right field, well struck. Parra racing over. He will run it down.
Oh, Gerardo Parra nearly. He got a chunk of turf. He nearly hurt his knee. As the turf gave way when he went to plant after the catch. Okay, makes the catch, and the turf gives away there. That's dangerous. But all's right that ends right.
Here's Matt Kemp.
In Reno.
Kemp, the 3-run homer in the first inning. You know, he has 38 home runs. He has a third of his team's home runs. A third. Barajas is next on the list with 16. He has 21% of his team's RBIs. 123. Loney is second with 63. He has also improved defensively. Not only did he underachieve offensively last year, but he was, for his standards and for most Major League center fielder standards, he was a poor outfielder last year. Right back to the screen it goes. Standing in that first base coach's box is the man who shies away from taking much of the credit, but I've talked to Matt Kemp several times, and he says, Davey Lopes has stayed on me. He has stayed stern with me every single day. He's taught me how to run the bases better, and he's reminded me daily the things I need to work on.
One of the best baseball men in the game right there, Davey Lopes.
Swing and a miss, 0-2 the count. And if we've all, at any point, as you see this slider again, been there where you find a mentor who will be honest with you and you can trust, someone who holds you accountable. If you allow yourself to let that person guide you, you're going to grow. And Kemp's allowed himself.
Absolutely. He found somebody he trusts.
So we'll do it again with an 0-2 count.
One thing you get in this game, you get a lot of advice at the big league level. You get it from your mom. You get it from your brother or sister or your father. You get it from fans. You get it from teammates, coaches, managers. You get a lot of advice. Some of you got to let in one ear and out the other, another you have to listen to. Davey Lopes is a guy you need to listen to.
I think it's helpful, too, that when you play sports or do anything you do in life, whether you're a school teacher, doesn't matter, to have somebody who can be bluntly honest with you.
A voice you trust, exactly.
Right there. That is strike 3. Caught him looking for something else.
Caught him looking for a changeup, and he just ripped a fastball right by him. Matt Kemp, after that long 3-run homer, has struck out a couple of times. Beautiful pitch right there by Daniel Hudson.
The Brew Crew making some noise in Milwaukee.
What's going on? Are they going to win?
Not yet, but they're trying to.
Oh, boy.
They're getting the offense going. They are really trying to, and they've got the bases loaded right now.
Well, the Pirates just need to bring Joel Hanrahan into the game.
No.
And it'll be all over.
Still the 6th inning. Can't throw Joel for 3 1/3.
Well, why not?
Because that's what gets managers and pitching coaches fired.
Well, the old Dodger Mike Marshall used to do it all the time.
Juan Rivera. Daniel, for a big guy, very quick feet, good athlete. 10 stolen bases against him this year. 10 have been thrown out. 50%. It's a power pitcher, too.
Gas.
One thing Kurt Gibson managed and Charles Nagy coached pitchers have done. First of all, you will hold base runners closer. You just won't pitch for him for very long. Second of all, with varying of looks and deliveries, they'll without directly meaning to, quick pitch a hitter on occasion.
Nothing wrong with that.
And I mean the good kind, just a good slide step. So keeping Gordon close and beating Rivera with a fastball up and away. Third time through the order for the Diamondbacks, due up right around the corner. Plug your ears.
Postseason on Fox and TBS. The excitement begins this Friday. If you want to see the games live at Chase Field, buy a ticket today. Upper level seats start at just $12. Lower level tickets are just $22. Call 602-514-8400 or log on to dbacks.com/postseason.
Daniel Hudson. And here comes the Arizona offense if you've watched very closely this year. You'd love to have Daniel lead it off. He has been a good hitter, especially for a pitcher, all year long. Big swing, fouls it off. Against the Dodgers earlier this year, he leaned on one. Mr. Lilly. And that was Hudson's first career big league home run. Silent treatment. There they are. The 1-1. Breaking ball is high. There's Ted Lilly. Brew Crew tied it up. Back to the screen it goes.
That dastardly Brew Crew.
Well, you find yourself, too, if you do not rally, do not win this game, and you drop two back, you think, oh, well, that's it.
Well,
you can still tie. A tie is a win.
Yeah, but it's going to be tough.
I understand. So let's win. That's how you do it. So Hudson has a base hit, which is no surprise at all. And then here comes the Diamondbacks, the third time through now.
He breaks his bat, but hits it in a perfect spot. It's a breaking ball. He just drives it right past James Loney at first base. And the Diamondbacks looking to put a couple of runs in their own on the board. Dana Evelyn's just been too tough to handle so far through 5 innings.
Ryan Roberts takes a pitch that is high. 1-0 the count of the Diamondbacks' third baseman. He has grounded out to third. He has flied to left field. Big swing and a fastball away, and he will foul it off. Evelyn's work so far tonight, it's been unbelievably uneventful for the left-hander. Arizona, the first time they face a starting pitcher, hits .243. The second time, That's 228. The third time, it's nearly 300. And a huge slugging percentage jump the third time through. Outside. Anytime the Diamondbacks score 6 runs or more, Taco Bell gives away 3 free tacos with a large drink purchase from 4 to 6 the following day. Ryan Roberts, base hit left field. Here they go.
You can just sense it because they've been so consistent at it all year long, Darren. Just kind of hang around and kind of tread water for usually about 5 innings, and all of a sudden that third time around, bang, here they go. Ryan Roberts ripping it through the left side.
Catch this club doing the same thing in the postseason. 602-462-4600. Games 1 and 2 may be Saturday and Sunday for the Diamondbacks at home. That pitch is low. If not, it will be games 3 and 4 here in Arizona on Tuesday and Wednesday of the division series.
Dodger bullpen starting to bounce around a little bit now.
As it should be. Aaron Hill belts it. Down the line that one goes, but it's foul.
Big Josh Lindblom. Dodger bullpen. Don Matting's got a bunch of guys that throw hard down in his bullpen. I mean, some flamethrowers down there in his bullpen. Big at bat here for Hill.
Fly ball center. So Aaron is erased in front of Chris Young. Struck out and singled. Evelyn so far in this ball game has yet to walk a Diamondback. He has been all over the strike zone. And that one
stays hot.
1-0 the count. These are the times, and we just find ourselves kind of looking ahead to what may happen and then reacting. These are the times when we've seen Chris Young draw a walk. Guy hasn't walked anybody all night. He'll just coax his way on.
I'll take a double down the line.
We've also seen him do that. 2-0. Arizona in their last 4 ball games is hitting .333. It's 17 of 51 with runners in scoring position. Nubs it off the end of the bat. It's down for a base hit. Well, the bases are loaded. Yet another hit with a runner in scoring position. It doesn't play to run. In front of, well, with up and out of the lineup, the most dangerous hitter in the lineup, Miguel Montero.
He cues it right off the end of the bat. And Daniel Hudson running at second base, he actually got a pretty good jump. And I think he could have scored. However, I think Matt Williams did the right thing. Stop him. He's one of your starting pitchers for the postseason. You do not want him to possibly get hurt on a play at the plate, sliding into a catcher, maybe jamming an ankle. We've lost Stephen Drew all year with a play at the plate. So I think Matt Williams made the right decision there for the Diamondbacks.
Now this Arizona club has been wicked with the bases loaded this year.
Wow, you from Boston?
Well, they've been wicked awesome as well. As that pitch is low.
Wicked.
With the bases
good to have
loaded.
you back from Beantown, Darren.
They're hitting .394. Arizona is with the bases loaded this year. .394. Slugging over .600.
That's wicked good.
1-0 the count. Back to the screen. 1-1 the count. And by the way, that number, that's the best in the game. I'm not surprised, though, that that's the best.
No, it shouldn't surprise you. Tying run at first base with great speed and Chris Young. Miguel Montero. He have 86 RBIs this year. Oh, he got a fastball in the middle of the plate. He spun out of there, just pulled off of it a little bit. And when Miguel's good, it's when he's going back up the middle. Watch that front shoulder spin off of it. That's why he didn't get the result he wanted. Miguel likes to use the big part of the ballpark. That's when he's going really good, when he's driving the ball in the gaps. You see the big gap he's got out there in right center field. That's big league illustrating right there, Darren.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Montero, don't hurt yourself. There you go. He was going to break. He has told Gracie and I several times, I'm going to break my bat on my leg. I was so upset. He wanted to do it again.
Don Mattingly looks to me like he's going to take Danny Evelyn out of the ball game. And this is shocking to me. Absolutely shocking to me.
We saw it happen in Los Angeles, and it burned the Dodgers.
Holy Moses. I guess Danny Evelyn was just doing too good.
Wow, Danny Evelyn done. Goldschmidt had grounded out and struck out. And Evelyn had just made some big-time pitches. Josh Lindblom goes to work. The busy right-hander. He has done great work. 2.86 ERA. Opponents hitting .213 against him. Now, 5 of the 12 runners he has inherited have scored, so a fairly high total for Lindblom. But for Josh, you get to this point, look at the outs and the scoreboards, and you're willing to do whatever you have to do to trade runners for outs here. struggling. Gives way to Lindblom, and I tell you, we've seen this burn the Dodgers before.
77 pitches. He just struck out Miguel Montero on a beautiful breaking ball, and he took him out of the game.
Now, what we have seen Goldschmidt do, the clinching night and then yesterday, is when a pitcher like this comes in out of the bullpen throwing hard, sliders away, he has been more than willing to use right field. Let it travel deep, hit it hard the other way.
And he misses ball 2. Well, now Paul Goldschmidt can just sit for one pitch in one spot. He can look for a fastball right down the middle, and if he gets it, he can try to hit the scoreboard. I mean, swing it with bad intentions. Oh, he got it. He got it, but he was tardy. Those are those pitches you live for right there, folks. Those 2-0 fastballs right down the middle with the bases loaded. Oh, baby. He was just a little tardy with it. But he might talk him into throwing one more. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball. He did, and he missed with it. Now Paul Goldschmidt can do the exact same thing. One pitch in one spot, and if you get it, swing it with bad intentions.
The 3-1.
Oh, he got another one right down Broadway, and he fouled it back. Ooh, baby. Those are those ones you dream about right there.
The 3-2 pitch. Runners go. Fastball blew it right by him.
I mean, just blew it right by him. Goldschmidt, he lost that battle to the hard-throwing Lindblom.
And that time, the skipper, Don Mattingly, he clearly made the right decision. Southwest Airlines. You can find our fares online only at southwest.com. Valley Lexus dealers, they invite you to test drive a luxurious Lexus automobile today. For more information, visit lexus.com. CenturyLink. Quest is now CenturyLink. Visit CenturyLink.com to learn more. Have yourself a pizza pie as we welcome you back to the ballpark. All right.
That's big league pizza right there.
Oh, boy. Here's James Loney digging in. And the pitch, a changeup up at the belt. It's strike one to James. Big shift to pull on the infield as Roberts well off the line at third. The outfield is straight for Loney. And he takes a fastball just off the dish. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Hudson with that dramatic whip action as he comes to the plate with his arm. Coming near way at about 6 feet 6 inches tall as well.
Well, what a Groundhog Day game this is for Daniel Hudson. His last Dodger start. Same thing. Gave up 2 runs in the first inning. And then just was a runaway locomotive after that. Nothing. It's the same story here this evening. As that one's killed to center field.
Out toward that balcony in right center field. Young goes back. It's off the wall. Right behind him is Parra to play it very nicely. Now, if Loney starts hitting you doubles at 30, 35, 40, then the homers, you don't worry about it. He's now looking to drive the ball.
And he got a pitch right in the middle of the plate. Oh, dear, to drive. Yeah. Stay in the ballpark, please. Stay in the ballpark. He thought it was gone. And in a lot of ballparks, that is gone. But you got to hit it high as well as far out there to center.
We saw a moment ago our CenturyLink high-speed internet, high-speed pitch, and Hudson has been leaning on that fastball in the mid-90s. Evelyn had a great outing, didn't have to do it with nearly the velocity. Miles takes it with him. Daniel, nice play.
Very nice play. Nice play there by Miles, too. Unselfishly bunting the runner over.
Catcher A.J. Ellis.
Good athletic play there from Daniel Hudson.
Infield in.
Good slider to start him.
Just his 30th game in the major leagues this year, but Ellis has thrived away from Dodger Stadium. Hit him square in that like shoulder or back area.
Right in the ribs. I mean, you'll lose your breath on that one. Goodness gracious.
Second baseman Justin Sellers.
Let's see where it gets him. Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
We used to call that when it hit me or right in the lower fat. These guys are so big and strong now, they're not fat anymore. He probably wishes he had a little fat on him. Absorbed that blow. Boy, that one got him good. I mean, really good. Oh, goodness. Ouch.
Here's Justin Sellers. Pitches over the inside corner, 0-1 the count. Some interesting news trickling out of Chicago, where it looks like Ozzie Guillen, by the way, is done in Chicago and will be traded to the Florida Marlins.
You can trade a manager?
Yes, you can.
Can you really?
Yes, you can.
When was the last time that was done?
What has happened recently? Didn't Lou Piniella get traded?
I don't know. You're going to have to tell me and not ask me.
That's a bouncing ball, and it's a foul ball.
Great play by Tim Wallach down there. in the third base coaching box for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Just a great play by the former third baseman. Nice. Giving Matt Williams a little something to live up to down there.
Yeah, it's been a tough year defensively for the Diamondbacks coaches. Back to the screen it goes. Yeah, so that's the word, and then an announcement will follow very soon. And again, the rumors have it, immediately land a 4-year lucrative deal to be the manager of the Florida Marlins.
The Miami Marlins next year.
Right, next year. They're still the Florida Marlins now, though.
For 2 more days. You're right.
0-2 the count. To the right side, base hit. And a huge, huge add-on run for the Dodgers. And you got to give Sellers credit.
Just putting it in play. Got a fastball in the middle of the plate. Daniel Hudson couldn't put him away. And the Dodgers tack on a big add-on run to Daniel Hudson. Just swat it through the right side. Beautiful hitting there. Loney trots in easily. Yeah! And Daniel going to eat some leather there.
To finish the thought and answer your question, when Lou Piniella left to go from Seattle to Tampa,
compensation was there like
was
a draft pick or
player
something?
that was sent back the other way in compensation. Randy Wynn was sent back.
Really?
In the hiring of Lou Piniella. Compensation.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, 1-1. And Randy Wynn was traded to the Mariners as compensation for a meaningless piece, an infield prospect, to compensate Piniella being relieved and free to flee and pursue the
That's
job.
interesting. Ricky Nolasco for Ozzie Guillen.
I don't think so. Maybe Logan Morrison. That's the rumor that's been floating around.
Logan Morrison to the White Sox for Ozzie Guillen.
That's the rumor that has been floating around.
Logan Morrison's pretty good.
He's persona non grata in Florida, though.
They don't like him?
No.
How come?
All sorts of problems. A lot of them revolve around his internet usage and Twitter and burying the organization on computers. Pitches outside. 3-1 the count. But he is a good ball player.
He's saying bad things on Twitter about his organization.
Organization, teammates. He's fallen out of favor there. But it always
somebody ought to knock him right in the nose.
Well, it seems to happen a lot. It's a common theme in Florida, unfortunately. So maybe it's not always the players. Diving attempt there. The play is made, and that'll be a double play. But a huge add-on run. Tony Gwynn is erased. 4-0. The Dodgers lead the Diamondbacks, with Pittsburgh on top of Milwaukee right now.
score of 4-0. We're getting set for Diamondbacks Live, presented by CenturyLink. I'm Jody Jackson alongside Joe Borowski. And Joe, boy, the Dodgers in this one. Daniel Hudson, there's a big add-on run for the Dodgers. Milwaukee right now trailing the Pirates by 1. So a big opportunity here, late inning heroics. They had a chance already. Can they maybe do it again?
If the Diamondbacks want to keep pace with Milwaukee, they're going to have to find a way to come back, and they've done that a lot this year. We'll have to sit back and see if they're able to come back on the Dodgers tonight.
And if they are able to do it, it would be the Diamondbacks' 48th comeback win. We'll see. Stay tuned.
Daniel Hudson frustrated. Angry with his effort tonight. We know about the fire that burns within that young man. And it is almost all the time a fire that lights success. But it's a fire he has to manage, there's no doubt. I don't mind a guy that's ticked off with himself.
No.
I want him on my team.
Doggone right. Nothing wrong with that.
Matt Guerrero goes to work. Veteran right-hander on for the 69th time this year. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. Colin Cowgill. All right, so Arizona trying to do what they can to grab that home field advantage, which means that if you look at the wild card, and Houston has done it. They beat St. Louis.
Wow. Boy.
Oh, boy.
Atlanta Braves, you got a break, and Cowgill strikes out on 3 pitches.
In extra innings, Houston beat St. Louis. It was a night in which St. Louis could have tied the Braves for the wild card. 5-4 is that final.
Man, this thing's going right down to the wire, folks. In both leagues.
So right now, Atlanta with a 1-game lead on top of St. Louis in the wild card.
It's forgivable to lose to Philadelphia and Cliff Lee. St. Louis shouldn't be losing to the Houston Astros. But that's why you play the game.
Gerardo Parra. He takes a pitch that is low. 2-0 the count. So should Arizona earn that home field advantage? Should they tie the Milwaukee Brewers somehow? Even if it happens in the next couple of games. Shot. Oh, my goodness. Right to Loney.
In one of those nights, when you hit it soft, somebody's there. When you hit it hard, somebody's there.
So as the expert analysis that you provide, would you rather see, if you're the Diamondbacks, they'll never tell us, and I don't blame them, Kirk Gibson, the Braves, or would you rather see the Cardinals?
Man, I mean, they're two very different teams. Cardinals have a very potent offense, not much bullpen, whereas the Braves, not a very potent offense, a terrific bullpen. And both about the same as far as starters. You're not going to have Tommy Hanson for the Atlanta Braves. Jair Jurgens is still dinged up. So, and you got a red-hot Cardinal team. Albert Pujols he's a guy that can carry a team for a 5-game series. Absolutely. I've seen it. That's why they've been champions.
Another awkward dig over there by Loney, but a dig that works. look to fight their way to see which one of them will land in the Fall Classic. Legends are made in October. The ALCS, October the 8th, only on Fox. As that one is inside, you betcha. Joe Patterson. I like to call him Joe Pa.
It's one of the better nicknames for football coaches and left-handed relievers. Oh, dear. He just ate up D. Gordon with a fastball in there.
It's fun interviewing Joe the other night. And again, he's ever so humble, the young man out of Oregon State. But isn't it interesting that he got some big outs? He was part of a champagne dumping situation, having a lot of fun against a team that deemed him expendable, the San Francisco Giants. Should have been a Giants minor leaguer most of the year.
Well, is the Rule 5, Darren, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know a lot about it. I know the basic rules, but is that a team basically giving up on you, or is that basically a team that wants you like Kevin Towers and the Diamondbacks did?
It's a little bit of both. You take a risk or a gamble when you have a player that's been in your organization for that 4th year.
Right.
That you don't put them on the 40-man roster. Once they go through that 4th completed season, if you don't put them on the 40-man, they are all available, the whole pool available. But if you take them in the Major League Rule 5, they have to stay in the major leagues.
All season.
All season long, or they have to be offered back. Now, it's not a huge financial commitment. I mean, obviously, in real life it is, but not in professional sports. It's a $50,000 commitment that Towers and his bosses made to bring Joe Patterson over. But after 4 years in the Giants system and pitching well enough, it's not as if he struggled, but they did not put him on the Major League roster. Kirk Gibson, Kevin Towers, they liked him, and they're glad they did. He came on, he did his job. He got the left-hander out. From one side wheeler from the left side, another side wheeler from the right side. Called the bullpen.
Need to pitch.
That's exactly right.
And we got 2012 season tickets on.
Ziegler goes to work. Jerry Sands is his foe. And Ziegler has been nothing short of special.
Terrific.
He has been acquired. Brandon Allen, Jordan Norberto went to the A's, and Ziegler had maybe 2 speed bumps in the road maximum. And ever since then, he's just been a lockdown relief pitcher. Look at the job with inherited runners he's done. As that pitch is outside, 1-0 the count. Bouncing ball, middle of the diamond, and look at Sands. There it goes. Into center field, and for Jerry Sands, that is a 14-game hitting streak.
Center fielder,
14-gamer.
Not bad. Not bad at all, Mr. Sands. This guy wasn't bad at all in the first inning either. Boom. Way out of here. Look out on the walkway.
So he's got a guy on in front of him. got a young man who led the PCL when he first was called up, finished 4th in Sands in 29 home runs. Kind of doing it more contact style now. I mean, that's stunning. Sands nearly 450 in that 14-game hitting streak. That's how you earn opportunities next year. You finish like that.
Oh, you have great minor league seasons too, like he has.
1-1 the count. High pop-up. That was that sweeping breaking ball. I'm telling you, when Kemp swung at it, he thought it was in the heart of his bat. It probably broke just to the tip and the end of that bat.
Left fielder Juan Rivera.
And so Kemp is erased for Juan Rivera.
Right off the end of the bat it goes. And an easy out, which is rare. Off the bat of Matt Kemp.
You saw it so good coming in, you know. He thought he was right on that one. Bouncing out to short, little flip and in time for the out. Nice job by Patterson. Nice job by Ziegler. Two gentlemen that will play huge roles in the postseason. Backs. National champions and world champions.
Doggone right.
That is wonderful. Going to win it at the college and the pro level. That Kirk Gibson. Now that is a sign, young lady.
Kirk Gibson. I think that's it. I kind of liked that nickname you gave him. I'm giving you the credit for that.
All right, I'll take it. You know I won't want it back to you. Nathan Eovaldi. Here's Sean Burrows.
Hard throwing Nathan Eovaldi.
We need a lot of good signs at the ballpark. Ooh, Miggy Mantle. See him out at Toots Shores, just having a good time. Switch hitting.
Well, no.
Heading out, going to Broadway shows.
Heading back home to Oklahoma after the year's over.
Trying to find a way to coexist with Joe DiMaggio. Things were challenging on occasion.
Joe D was a little grumpy.
Burrows takes a pitch. That's a strike at the knees. So it's been a challenge for Miggy Mantle in that area. There's our good friend Joe G. He's not grumpy. He and his lovely wife Audrey. Good to have him here at the ball game. We have been blessed to have him for a long time, and this year he did his full slate of games because his health allowed it, and that's good news. We look forward to having him back. Mind if he comes back a few more Saturdays when you're gone next year?
I would be honored to have him sit in this seat.
Pitch is low. It's ball 3. Trent Olchen is in left field, the Australian native.
Former D-back. And Uvalde in danger of doing something that's, well, nearly impossible, and that's walk Sean Burroughs. Wow.
He did it. Sean Burroughs has walked now 3 times in 107 at-bats.
That's how big innings start, though. Lead off base runners. He turns the lineup over to Ryan Robertson and the rest of the guys at the top.
Willie Bloomquist is ready. Big swing, Roberts. Don't forget, we'll see you at Chase Field in the postseason. Stick tight. We'll figure out exactly when it'll be. We're all waiting with you, by the way, and where it will be. You could be picking up tickets for Saturday and Sunday. Games 1 and 2 of the division series. That one is outside. So go ahead and pick up the phone, make your call, visit online as well. Come on down to the ballpark. Same atmosphere we saw reunion weekend, clinch weekend. Broken bat. They got Burroughs, and that's all they will get. Sean slides and bangs in there to Sellers.
Second baseman, Aaron Hill.
And here is Aaron Hill. Aaron loads up that back leg. He is a rare offer. Thus far, it's in 3 at-bats. Fastball poured it in there. It's
a
all
ball
outside. 1-0 the count. Breaking ball is away. 2-0 the count. Hill hitting .318 this month, with an on base of .379. Stands about 5 feet 10 inches tall. Still in his 20s, 29 years old.
Ball 3.
Ball 4. He has found a way to reach safely now. His 10th walk as a Diamondback. And now Chris Young.
Now batting, Center field, Chris Young.
2 for 3 tonight for Young. After an August in which Chris hit just 149, he is hitting 250 this month. As we mentioned, he's walked a ton every month. In. 1-0 the count. Rick Honeycutt's going to come on out too and chat with Eovaldi.
Well, that gives me time to tell you all about this, folks. Be here this Wednesday as the NL West champion Diamondbacks take on the Los Angeles Dodgers in the final game of the regular season. It's Pandemonium presented by Fry's, which means fans can win great prizes all game long. To buy a ticket, call 602-514-8400. Log on to dbacks.com/homestand. How was that, Darren?
You know what? That's an A+.
Thank you.
A plus, plus, plus. That was like advanced placement reading.
Well, thank you.
1-0 the count. In.
Well, he's all over the place right now.
Scott Albert, the ever-developing, hard-throwing left-hander. There you heard it.
He throws very hard. You're right.
The 2-0. Low.
Tried to throw a slider there. Just looking for a way to get something over the plate. And he missed badly with it.
You know this season, no one can hunt out a walk better than Chris Young. He hasn't hit the way he wants, so if you lead him down that path, he is glad to go with you.
Absolutely he is. Ball,
yep.
All four.
No problem. He is on. He won't be overly aggressive.
Well, he's going to have, I think Don Madden is going to have to come get the youngster, sure.
The #1 RBI man amongst catchers in all of baseball is ready to hit. And he's got a chance to tie this baseball game up. Miguel Montero is #1. When we come back, Miguel is called upon. The Dodgers and Don Mattingly make a call to the bullpen. He will face Albert. Need Miggy Mantle. That is a high praise with regard to fun little nicknames, but here's the bottom line. Victor Martinez of the Tigers rarely catches anymore. He's a DH. Scott Albert is about to face the best run-producing catcher, the man who catches for a living, not DHs for a living, in Miguel Montero. He's number one in the game this year. And he has got a boatload of opportunity out there waiting on him.
Second straight at bat now. Miguel Montero has hit with the bases loaded. He struck out against Danny Evelyn last time. Let's see what he can do here. Ball one. Very close pitch.
Miguel, 7 of his last 24. That's a 292 clip against left-handed pitching. Out, and he crossed him up.
Albert wanting to know where that is, but it was certainly outside, and then his catcher didn't help him at all, kind of boxing that.
It was weird. Many would say the co-MVP of these Arizona Diamondbacks right here in Montero. Low, it gets away from the catcher. The Diamondbacks scratch.
It also takes you out of any double play possibility. I would imagine Miguel Montero, he's got to have the take sign, doesn't he? But then again, every time I think a Diamondback has the take sign, they take a whack at something, but looks like Ellis having trouble picking up anything Albert's throwing.
Goldschmidt on deck. Albert all over the place. You would think he would have the take sign. Nope. Nope.
There was nothing even close to a strike.
There are the pretty good numbers for Montero. Not exceptional, but certainly improving. He admits he tries to pull the ball too much against lefties. Like that.
Ball 4 there. Yeah, he's just trying to do way too much, trying to hit a home run instead of just trying to hit the ball. What you need is contact. Looking for contact is one Miguel Montero. Wow.
Just off the plate. You're not going to get that call when you've thrown it all over the batter's box.
I would imagine now Albert probably going to be replaced here as well. Don Mattingly heading out to the mound again. He's seen 4 base on balls here in this inning. 4.
Cole Gillespie. Paul Goldschmidt. Mattingly continues the conversation on the mound with Albert. Got the wiry hard thrower, the right-hander McDougal warming. Now going to go out and see if Mattingly wants to make a change. He has bought some time, and because he's given him plenty of time to get his right-hander ready. All right. Call to the bullpen has been made. And we will step aside. Resetting when we come back. Goldschmidt waits. Dodgers run made it 4-0 in the 7th, and the Diamondbacks trying to fight back a single run here in the 8th. They have now worked the bases loaded. The Dodgers continue to go to the bullpen. Friday, Paul Goldschmidt, the decisive hit against Sergio Romo on the clinch night, as the Diamondbacks were victorious and won the National League Western Division. And that's about the largest reaction you'll see from that humble young man. We have seen again, and I'll say it again, in these situations, Goldschmidt showing a lot of comfort using the big part of the ballpark, and dare I say even the right field line. I mean, he'll let it wait that long on breaking balls. And so McDougal does throw hard, but he's got a slider, and you've got to, again, look for that kind of result.
And he can get wild. And he's fought wildness his whole career.
Dana Evelyn was very good. If you've just flipped over and turned us on, Dana Evelyn was very good tonight, but he was taken out after 5 1/3. Really quality innings. 5 2/3, check that. Eovaldi, Albert, McDougal, all in this inning. Fastball out. As you said, he can get wild. Paul.
And this is where the fans need to start getting really loud.
I would agree.
Try to get in the heads of the pitcher. 4 walks in this inning.
High, 2-0.
There you go. Now start getting loud, folks. Start getting loud. You don't have to tell that guy.
Goldschmidt is 7 of his last 18. That's 389 with runners in scoring position. Right there.
Taken all the way.
To right.
Blazing fastball from McDougal to even the count.
Well, there are just a handful of hitters in the game that can be beaten badly by a pitch and still manage to hit it hard. I know it's well fouled, but still hit it hard. Very deliberate, almost stiff approach of Goldschmidt. And he's stuck with the fastball the whole time, hasn't he?
Well, Don Madden, we've got to be just fit to be tied right now. All these walks with a 4-run lead. 3-2. Pitch of the game right here.
Just got a piece of another fastball.
Well, that pitch had some dive to it. Goldschmidt, really a good job just to stay alive. This is a pitcher's pitch right at the bottom of the kneecaps with some dive. And he sticks around.
Got him. Fastball away, blew him away. He has struck out 3 times tonight.
Now Colin Cowgill, an opportunity. Boy, what a big pitch. What a big pitch.
All fastballs.
All fastballs. And Goldschmidt was tardy on every one of them.
It almost looked like he told himself, I'll get a slider at some point and I'll hurt it. He never did.
I just have trouble, and I'm not saying that's what he was doing, but I would have trouble sitting slider on a guy throwing 97 miles an hour.
Here is Jeff Blum. Again, more mentions by Kirk Gibson before the game today that Jeff Blum, it was just reiterated, is 100% part of the playoff roster going forward. These are the situations where Blum will be called upon. Late game pinch hit, hard thrower in the playoffs, and a chance to deliver. Sinking fastball away. Legendary White Sox World Series home run in 2005 for Blum as they won it. In 2-0 the count. McDougal fires it. Blum takes off the plate inside. 3-0. Blum, as a matter of fact, in 05, when he delivered the late game home run for the Chicago White Sox, they eventually went on to win that World Series. That was his only at bat in the World Series. His only at bat tonight, not even an official at bat, but it's an RBI. Plate appearance, walk. It's getting interesting, folks. 4-2 with 2 outs.
Five walks in the inning.
Boyna, a run scoring on a pass ball and a run scoring on a walk.
And now a base hit will tie up the ball game. Good speed at second in Gillespie. Gerardo Parra, one of the hottest hitters on the team. Oh, he had a good rip and a fastball in the middle of the plate.
.343 in June, .286 in July, .313 in August, and over .300 here in September. Matt Williams keeps an eye on the runners at second and third. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
7 miles an hour. Well, now he has to ask himself, do I stay with the gas or do I go with that slider? The thing is, he has not thrown a slider yet.
Not one.
Not one. I'm not throwing it. I'm staying with the fastball if I'm McDougal. However, Gerardo Parra is a very good fastball hitter.
One and two, the count. The infield playing him, especially on the second base side, to pull a step or two. The outfield plays Parra a bit the other way. He can pull the ball into the gap, which is a tall task. He'll be able to clear him. In right center field, that is. To left field. That's an easy chance for Rivera. An ugly inning for the Dodgers. The Diamondbacks wish they could have done more. The walks, the pass balls, it's 4-2. Craig Counsell just led off with a base hit in the bottom of the ninth inning, but Pittsburgh leads it 9-8. It means if you're the Diamondbacks, it's time to take care of business tonight. There are very few tomorrows literally left in this season.
Henry Blanco is going to take over. The Pirates have given the ball to Joel Hanrahan, their fine closer.
Jeff Blum is at third base. Ryan Roberts is in left field. Well, it's been a while since we've seen him play left field, but he's out there. And again, if you're just joining us, Justin Upton was in the starting lineup initially. Remember, he was hit under the bill of the helmet yesterday. Became nauseous when he went down the end of the dugout. Baseline testing after he went through a rigorous warm-up was performed on Justin Upton with regard to concussions, as that fastball from Castillo is a strike. After the testing, Upton was, for precautionary reasons, taken out of the starting lineup, and results of the testing were not released by the club. Bouncing ball to short. In time for the out. What do you got over there?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Friday, it's a double dose of high school football with powerhouses Hamilton and Chandler on Fox Sports Arizona. And on FoxSportsArizona.com. Catch Gilbert at Basha. Don't miss all the action this Friday at 7 p.m. And it's official. Coach will make a lot of pitching changes tonight.
All right, we'll step aside here at Chase Field, 4-2.
Let's go.
Arizona Diamondbacks, who will pitch big innings for the Diamondbacks in postseason. Kirk Gibson talking about Shaw before the game, how he challenged guys like Shaw when they sent him down initially. There are 3 or 4 things you need to work on. You work on them, you conquer them, we'll bring you back up, and he was able to follow through on that. And for Shaw, simply put, it was just about throwing more strikes. Too good of stuff not to start most every pitch down the middle with that cut.
Yeah, just aim down the middle and let it go where it goes. That got him in the kneecap.
So he is on.
Catcher A.J. Ellis.
There you go.
I guess if you're going to get hit like that. Just get grazed. Aaron Miles kind of turned into a woolly booger, hadn't he?
Yes, he Yes. Kind of has the beard going and the hair a little bit longer. Kind of has a bit of a Todd Helton look going.
Really?
There. Yeah.
A little mountain manish, huh?
Yeah, it's just very, well, not Los Angeles. The 0-1. Just off the end of the bat.
Not really getting Todd Helton out of that, but all right.
Oh, and 2 the count. To the right side, up and into the seats. Meantime, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the tying run at third for the Brewers. A hot shot, middle of the diamond, infield in, easily out. Gomez at the plate, nowhere close. 2 outs now. 2 outs now. Pittsburgh still leads it, bottom of the ninth.
Diamondbacks with a big ninth inning could tie it up. Just missed the inside corner.
1 and 2 the count. A.J. Ellis. We'll keep an eye on that ball game for you.
Nope,
right there.
There it is. Ball game. Brewers lose at home to the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Oh my goodness. Picked off and not even close. Shaw with some quick feed. He got the lead from Miles, and Miles is done.
Oh, yeah. That's not even close.
Breaking ball bounced foul. So now, the bottom of the ninth, obviously this top of the ninth for Kirk Gibson means everything. You got to keep it right here, but you've got a chance to tie the Milwaukee Brewers. And you've got 3 outs to work with, and you have to work with them in the bottom of the ninth inning. Only 2 more tomorrows we can talk about, just 2. And if you missed it earlier, Philadelphia beat Atlanta 4-2. But on the other end of the stick, Houston beat St. Louis 5-4. So Atlanta is still clinging to a 1-game lead in the wild card. That young man, Jared Parker, makes his major league debut tomorrow. Ground ball gobbled up on a cross. All right, to the bottom of the ninth we go. A chance to make it a moving day if you can pull it out. Pittsburgh 9, Milwaukee 8. That is a final. All right, guys, time to pack up. Family's moving.
Oh, you're ready for a moving day,
APS
huh?
Energy All-Star. And, you know, it's 4 guys in a truck, and one of the guys was Alex Presley, who delivered the game-winning RBI for the Pirates. He is the APS Energy All-Star. Javi Guerra goes to work. He has saved 20 of 21. How about that? For a guy that kind of came from outside of many radar screens to do fabulous work for the Dodgers. Young man out of Denton, Texas. Not overwhelming with regard to strikeouts. And away he goes. McDonald nearly wears it. 1-0 the count. McDonald is 0 for 3. He's flied out, grounded out a couple of times. As Willie Bloomquist waits on deck. Ground ball, Gordon. Fielding. Firing, safe!
And let's hope John McDonald's okay. Looked like he may have jammed a shoulder or a...
Did he do it just diving under the throw?
That's exactly what he did. He saw Loney have to jump in the air, and he just hit the deck. As you can see, oh yeah, he may have jammed a thumb. Let's hope he's okay. He's staying in the game. His legs are fine. You just hope he didn't break a thumb or a finger or a wrist or maybe jam a shoulder. That'll give him a little more time to... He looks okay.
He's not about to come out of this ball game. He's waited too many years to be in meaningful games. Look at the elbows all scraped up and
good. That's
up.
A ball player right there.
Got some blood.
Got a little blood. Spit on it. Just spit on it. It'll feel better.
Gnarled up knuckles. Yeah. He's ready to go.
Just throw a little spit on there. It'll be just fine.
Yeah, we've seen Lyle Overbay come up with big hits late in ball games. Already a pair of huge hits as a Diamondback. Could be two. Bobble bangs into him. And there's an out.
Well, he's saying that he was taking it out of his glove. Well, Johnny Mack, all kind of contact out there. Let's see what happens. It's a routine double play. Oh, that's not a good call at all. He's
safe.
That is not a good call at all. I guess he's saying there's a tag there.
Didn't have the ball to tag him.
Well, I think he did. I think he did have the ball. He doesn't have it there. Now he's got it. He's got the ball.
But never touched it. At what point did he touch it? Let's see here if he touches it.
Okay, he's got the ball. Ball's in his glove. And he's just saying with the contact there, he's out.
And maybe what he's saying, but he was clearly safe. He was nowhere near out. That was the wrong call. But Johnny Mack just kind of a human bowling ball.
He had a tough inning out there. Thankfully, he's okay.
Drops down a bunt.
Well, Ryan Roberts is the tying run with 18 home runs. Go ahead and try and drive it out of here, Rhino.
Second baseman, Aaron Hill.
Stunned by that.
Yeah, definitely a buzzkill. Let's see if Aaron Hill can.
I can't believe he just bunted. I don't think he can believe he just bunted either. Go ahead and hit in seats and tie the ball game up. Oh, well.
Good to see Justin Upton at least campaigning. High pop up, and that should do it. A chance to pick up a game tonight escapes the Arizona Diamondbacks as they lose it 4-2. So Arizona in the fight for home field remains one game back. Get some ice for that human bowling ball. John McDonald. 4-2 the final score. We step aside. Parker makes his big league debut tomorrow. Let's get it to the post-game show. It's right after this break.